사랑이라는 느낌은 섬찟 심장이 막 터질 듯 펌핑 보기 좋게 들켰네 그치 머릿속이 띵해진 느낌 섬찟.
Hello, old and broke, short and ugly, and I got no charisma. Winter Rosie here, and today is finally that time of the month. Reviewing April was quite challenging for me, mainly because I didn't care about half of these songs until I had to make a monthly review for it. If these reviews may seem hateful to y'all, I promise you they are not. I don't got beef nor do I want to have one with any of these groups. I just simply expressed my feelings in a passive-aggressive way, and I know y'all know that's how it goes in this channel. Anyways, yes, I was a bit underwhelmed with some of these songs, so bear with me. Heck, some of the songs I liked weren't even released in April but way back in May. It's not anything serious, you know. Some months just aren't as good as the others, and I've come to accept that a long time ago. But nevertheless, I still tried to provide some meaningful insights other than just blind bashing. I still got a lot to say anyways, so I hope you still enjoy the review. I'm no Blackpink hater nor am I a dick rider, so please hear me out. This song ain't half bad. There, I said it, I actually quite like the song. But god, is this some next level of dullness. I won't even lie, I did not expect this debut to be the best thing ever. It's clear that Blackpink will keep on doing whatever they're doing, and you know what? Good for them. As long as it's not bad and is listenable, I don't see a reason to hate. That being said, I still think their music and this solo could be much better than how it is. Let's compare to just even the rest of the songs in this video. Flower sounds excruciatingly boring compared to them. Yes, on its own it's good, but damn do I hear much better music out there. I understand that it could be style, but even then, that style just isn't that interesting anymore, at least for me. Anyways, enough of that negativity, let's talk about what I liked. I've always been a fan of Jisoo and her voice. I think that's one thing you can't take away from all this. She has a nice tone and she knows she can sing. The overall feeling of the song was meant to be more chill. Even if the song sounds like it can be made in 3 minutes, I think the relaxing feeling does work well, especially with her voice. I do wish that chorus was a little fuller with actual singing, just like in the last chorus, but I guess Teddy Park got lazy, and honestly, what else did I expect? You can tell that his work can be uninspired at times, and in my opinion it's more apparent especially in this song. So yes, I think this song was above average at best. If you think this song is any better or worse, I wouldn't believe you. The bare minimum was done here and I can recognize that. It just isn't that good, that's all. 6.9 out of 10. This definitely still is not the worst Blackpink solo though. I didn't even know A-Pink made a comeback until I started making this video, so apologies if the review may seem rushed or whatever. But to be honest, the song itself doesn't really have much for me to say about it. It's fairly simple and straightforward, so that's what I'll work with right now. I'll be very real with y'all, I didn't like Dilemma at all. I thought that song was one of their most disappointing songs ever, and I didn't get the hype if ever there was one. For me, that song became really flat right when the chorus hit, and I've always associated A-Pink with having some of the best and iconic choruses K-pop has to offer, so yes, it was very underwhelming. Which is why it was very nice to hear something interesting again with this song. It's been a while since we've seen a more fun-centric song from them. It's not necessarily bubblegum pop, but it's good dance music that has some cute personality to it. I wouldn't mind playing this anywhere, and that's both a good thing and a bad thing. It's not bad enough for me to hate, nor is it good enough for me to care much for about. A lot of K-pop songs sadly fall in this category. Maybe I've just listened to too much K-pop, to the point almost everything I hear sounds the same, but this is still my review and I'll be honest with how I feel about these songs, and right now, I think it's just alright. 7.3 out of 10. Not bad, I just really don't give a shit. I may not have the best relationship with this group, but I always recognized the way they have fun with their songs. For a long time I've asked what this group's identity was, and I feel like I've finally found it. Giddy might be their least ambitious title so far, and definitely the most laid back for a title track of theirs. My biggest criticism with their titles has always been being too messy. One song be having 5 personalities and you never know what to feel when listening to it. Even if I liked some of their titles, that messiness has always been my problem with them. But Giddy was more realized and polished. The arrangement is actually palatable and doesn't make you want to rip your hair. Yet that being said, I feel like they toned it down a little too low. I sound like I complain a lot, I know. Which leads me to their music identity. Extremeness. All their songs have been loud, with many things going on with it. The reason why I complained about it is because their last title went a little overboard. Wadada and Up were perfect examples of this extremeness. Unlike We Fresh, which was in my opinion too excessive. So I felt that the song itself went out of control, which is what made it sound terrible for my ears. I wish this comeback was that, just more polished like Up. After being in this industry for more than a year and having 3 releases prior to this, I assumed that they've perfected how to do it, this extremeness. But it appears not. Or rather I hope not yet. This song, while good, is not hitting as much as it should be. Kepler only got a few more months left, and with Bepler debuting soon, we might see a dip in quality even more, but I really hope I'm wrong. Kepler has so much left to offer, and I wish for them to show us even more before they go. 7.6 out of 10. I will be praying for you all.
Why such good girl, like that bad boy, 나 어떡해, 네가 끌리는 건 어쩔 수 없어.
For a second I thought this was Meghan Trainor singing in Korean, but I guess not. I haven't liked a Mamamoo song this much in a while. I swear you'll probably think I hate this group considering how I almost never mention them in my videos. But I swear to God I don't. It just happens that I don't like a good majority of their music, especially recently. And now here we are, and boy how great it is to hear a song like this from them again. Mamamoo is like the only group, and honestly artists, that I love to hear music like this from. It honestly fits them so much and I'm so glad to hear it again. It's a light and fun track that doesn't overstay its welcome. Hearing them sing something a lot sweeter was actually nice, and of course, they sound great just like how they've always had. There was that one part of the song though that just completely threw me off. Like I get that it's K-pop and we like putting random shit in the song, but I feel like it would have been fine without it. I guess it was to make the song have more depth than it has, because to be honest the song is pretty much as is, a cute retro song, nothing more and nothing less. To some people that could be boring, which could be the reason why. But for me I thought it was fine on its own. It's not a song you analyze deeply at all. It's simply a light song that is catchy to the ears and it makes you feel good, and that's about all of it. 7.8 out of 10. Oh, and I just now realized this was a subunit. Oops.
Is a girl
I know I and many other people out there didn't like Hush Rush at all. I don't care if you're Beethoven himself telling me that song was amazing, because I still wholeheartedly believe that it's not and it could have been better. And I really hate wasted potential, especially from one of the most talented idols in this generation right now. She's is not only an amazing dancer but also a very skilled vocalist. And seeing a debut like that for someone like her, you can't blame fans to be disappointed. Which is why this comeback makes me so happy, not only as a long-time fan, but as someone who just loves this K-pop shit through and through. Knock is a fucking earworm if I've ever heard one. That's a song you have to listen to only once to get it. For someone like her I always needed something more upbeat and fast-paced, because it can be paired with her great dancing skills to make the perfect creation. And don't even get me started with the choreography. I know it's all about music in these reviews but she's literally dancing personified, so of course I had to mention it. The music video also came with the perfect editing and camera work which complemented the dancing itself. Now back to the music on its own. It's pretty basic. There's nothing else it's trying to do other than give us a catchy K-pop song. That's it. I haven't heard anything other than the title track, but it's enough to say that this whole comeback was better than the debut. From all aspects this feels very chaewon to me, and I'm just now interested to see what else she's got to offer. 8 out of 10. She has finally graduated from the izone School of Good Music. I'll be very sad the moment this kind of K-pop eventually dies out. Which is why I'm here to cherish it while it's still here. I have nothing special to say about this song other than please continue doing music like this. Bubblegum schoolgirl innocent pop is still what I consider K-pop's best contribution to the world. These kinds of songs immediately makes my day better, even just for a second. A certain type of emotion you rarely get these days. A weird combination of sentimental and euphoria. It's those feelings that truly makes this specific genre in K-pop so unique. CSR is currently 3 out of 3 with their releases so far. I didn't review Love Chicken, but that probably is my favorite one out of all their releases. Shining Bright is my least favorite one so far, but only just by a bit. Overall, the music they've put out have given me the same emotions, and that's enough for me to stay interested. That's about everything I have to say about the song. I see this group's music as a love letter to the iconic style of K-pop that did so much for the genre, and I really do hope more people get to appreciate this before it's too late. It's a harmless concept that provides nothing more than a smile to your face. Too bad it's slowly dying, because it truly is special to me. 8 out of 10. Petition to keep this going forever, thank you.
We like it like ooh. We like it like ooh. You like it like ooh.
I thought they was just about to be like any other boy group out right now. Until I saw the KQ logo and realized I wasn't ready to watch the music video at all. With KQ being the home of the most aggressive boy groups ever, I expected the same was about to be for this group. Many, and I mean a lot of boy groups these days love doing loud and aggressive concepts. It's almost like they're never creative with it anymore. Yet, only some groups really know how to pull off something like that, and now I present to you a new group to be added in that list. To pull off this violent sound, you of course have to play the part as well. I've said somewhere in my previous video that K-pop idols shouldn't just be good singers, dancers, models, or whatever. They also have to be good actors. Some K-pop concepts these days have a natural feeling, meaning it's nothing out of this world. Take New Jeans as an example. Their whole concept literally revolves around being naturally fresh and down to earth, just like any normal person. But for groups like these, you have to play the character. You got to learn how to be loud, bold, confident, assertive, and a lot more. And I'm not just talking about the music video, no. It has to translate to the music, the choreography, and the performances. You have to sell all these emotions in every aspect to the audience, otherwise it wouldn't work. You'd just look like some normal person who tries to act tough. Do you get my point? I only said this because I'm going to rate this song high, and I've been known to put down songs and concepts like these for being what it is. And I'm just here to clarify that I don't hate it. I just think some does it much better than others, with this group being a new addition to this bunch. 8.5 out of 10. Now can someone please tell me how to pronounce Zykas? Thank you. Billy with 3 L's are finally back with a glorified B-side, and how do we feel about it? We fucking loved it. I know I'm like 9 years late to this and I apologize, so let me make it up to you all with this review. Coming back to that glorified B-side statement, I listened to the whole album before I checked out the title. Meaning I just let the album play for a whole session without looking at the title or anything. And out of that experience there was only one thought reoccurring in my mind, and that is, where the fuck is the title track? I looked at the track list and there it was, all caps and everything. I was surprised because it felt like I was all listening to B-sides, and none really stood out to be the title. Yes, there were some real great tracks in here, but great doesn't always translate to title track worthy, so I was still pretty confused. I listened to the album more, and nothing happened. I still thought this song didn't feel like a title track. Which is alright, because that's probably my only problem with the song. For me, a title track has to be bold with it, and this song wasn't bold at all. But that doesn't really mean it's a bad thing. Sometimes the boldness can get in the way of the enjoyability of a song. Billy always had that boldness with them, and from what I've seen not everyone likes that, and it seems like that made them stray away from it, which is why we have this song right now. So far this is their most normal sounding title track. Billy doesn't have anything else to prove to me. I already know how good they are, and even with a song that's more undecorated than their others, I still managed to enjoy this song a lot, and honestly speaking this could even be their best song to date. 8.8 out of 10. Nevertheless is still the best song off that album though. Look at my boys y'all. 8 years into this K-pop thing, and they still somehow manage to impress me with how they continue to progress as artists. You can see it with the music, with the videos, the styles and concepts, that they are truly an outstanding group. To be completely honest, I still don't know how I feel about the song itself. I'll have to listen to it more to fully grasp my idea for the song, but right now here's what I have to say. I like it, but it's not my favorite. I know that may sound disappointing to some, but it isn't. 17 simply has so much title tracks for me to consider, so I won't say anything bold right now. So far this is their grandest song yet. Big groups always have those songs that appear to be larger than life, and they finally have their own. And of course, a song like this requires insane levels of confidence. It's a song you can only sing if you've reached a point in your career so high that you're basically flexing. If you didn't already know, the song's title literally translates to Goku in Korean. And a bit of pop culture lesson here. Goku is a character from one of, if not the most popular anime series ever, Dragon Ball. I haven't watched this anime, but one thing I know is Goku is one fucking strong character, basically unbeatable. I don't know if that's just a running joke or whatever, but it's not that far of a reach. Goku is based off the character Sun Wukong, which Google said is to be the god of fighter, who helps overcome any obstacles and find solutions to any problem in your life. 17 once again with the meaningful music that I adore so much from them. In one song they are flexing while inspiring us to do better in our lives. For the production itself this is one of Woozi's nastiest yet. The beat is disgusting once the chorus hits, and like I said, a good majority of the song feels grandiose. Full of style and charisma which directly complements them and their performances. And I've always loved anthem-type songs, so there's that too. This may not be on top right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually rises up there. Congratulations to 17 for being the only 17. 9 out of 10. Honestly, where would I be without this group? I don't usually assume my end of the month rankings prior to actually ranking them, but for some reason this song was almost for sure going to be my favorite of this month, and could honestly be my favorite of the year. It has a pretty good track record. Even if I didn't end up liking the song or whatever it is I'd not like, it was for sure going to be a good song nonetheless. Them in the past year has achieved everything an idol could ever hope for. Awards, recognition, a loyal fanbase. They literally won in just their first year alone. And so far a group like them, it was only natural for us to expect something more than what they've already given. So coming into this not only was I excited, but I was also nervous. Was I going to be disappointed or were they going to disappoint? And obviously we didn't want any of that. 7 months passed by and it finally came. In my opinion, this was the perfect song they could have came back with. The way I see it, this comeback wasn't just any album release. This whole thing felt like a celebration of their career so far. Yes, it's just been 1 year for them, but damn what a year that was. It's a story that can't just be told by anyone, and they are more than deserving to tell us this story. I Am is an empowering song that makes the listener accept who they truly are and embrace what makes them special. To live as the best version of yourself, overcoming fears and achieving all of your dreams in life. As great as it sounds, it's kind of a cliche message to say these days, but it's one that needs to be said. Production-wise, where do I even begin? The song sounds glossy, crispy, satisfying, and whatever adjective there is in the dictionary. It's a song that not only feels good, but also sounds amazing. I don't think the hate was ever necessary, but I do understand and believe they had some shortcomings. And I feel like with this comeback they've significantly improved from their last one. Not only them but also with the team behind making this album. The album itself was, to be honest, one of my favorites ever from this genre. The members themselves sound so fucking good, I just can't emphasize it enough. And even on stage, you can see the members actually enjoy performing these songs, and that's honestly everything I could ever ask for. To any haters or to anyone just mildly irritated with this group, I am very sorry for y'all. It will be the only thing you'll hear about for the next 6 years or so, because they are not leaving the big stage anytime soon, and we will gladly be anticipating. The song itself is also somewhat poetic. At the moment, it's just another K-pop song on your playlist, but in roughly 10 years, when they have finished writing this beautiful fantasy that is their life, it will become the deja vu of that perfect day, where their dreams have finally come true.